According to many, Southwest Airlines is the world's largest low-cost airline. But are they still low cost? Welcome back to Explore Informed, where we dig into the details of travel. So the next time we go exploring, we go better informed. Southwest Airlines has long been labeled a low-cost airline, often by the airline themselves. Whether that was a reference to keeping fares low in a 1980s commercial, or the late co-founder and longtime CEO Herb Kelleher describing the carrier as a low-cost airline back in the 2000s. Myself, I remember growing up in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, seeing their commercials on non-stop, advertising the nearly hourly flights between Dallas and Houston for what felt like pennies on the dollar. $39 or $49 each way. And they've even coined the term transparency, in which they aim to treat customers fairly and honestly, with low fares and low fees. But are they still a low-cost airline today? And how do Southwest airfares compare to others? So as I tend to do, I did a little clicking around on the internet to see how Southwest airfares compare to those of the big three airlines, United, American, and Delta. I looked at pricing on direct flights between the same origin and destination, on the same day, and at roughly the same times. For Southwest flights, I pulled pricing for their wanna get away fares, which include 2 free checked bags, no change fee, though a fare difference may apply, and these are non-refundable fares, but you can reuse the funds in the next 12 months. For the big three, I pulled pricing for both standard economy and basic economy fares. The difference between the two varies slightly depending on which airline you're talking about, but think of basic economy as a very Spartan ticket, with no advanced seat assignment, no refunds, no changes, no same-day changes, no standby, no upgrades, and in some case, no overhead bin space for your carry-on bag. Standard economy fares, on the other hand, do build in a few additional benefits like advanced seating selection, eligibility for upgrades, changes with change fees, but frankly, they still pale in comparison to even Southwest's wanna get away fares, which, as the cheapest fare option available, still include free checked bags, no change fee, and reusable funds. And as a note, I did not build in the price of checked bags into this analysis, but that immediately puts Southwest at an advantage. If you are a bag checker, you might as well add at least $30 each way to any price quote by American, United, or Delta, unless you're traveling in a premium class or have elite status. So, let's get on with the numbers. I started with Denver and looked at flights to Vegas, Houston, Seattle, New York, and Chicago, and compared Southwest to United. Southwest's prices beat those of United in 4 of 5 cities, with the exception of Vegas, when comparing to regular economy prices, and 2 of 5 cities when comparing to basic economy prices. Next, I looked at flights between Dallas and San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Minneapolis, Orlando, and Charlotte. And in this case, I compared Southwest to American. As a note, when talking about an origin in Dallas, we're talking about 2 different airports, Dallas-Fort Worth for American and Dallas-Love Field for Southwest. And this isn't really unusual in larger markets. Another example is Chicago, where Southwest operates out of Midway, not O'Hare, where most other airlines operate from. So for Dallas, Southwest's prices beat those of American in 5 of 5 cities when comparing to the regular economy prices, and 1 of 4 cities when comparing to basic economy prices, as American did not offer a basic economy fare to Charlotte. However, in 2 of the 4 cities, the fare was actually identical, as there's clearly some price matching or price warring going on between American and Southwest. So to say that another way, the American basic economy fare only bested Southwest in 1 of 4 cities that I surveyed. Lastly, I looked at Atlanta and I compared Southwest to Delta. Out of Atlanta, Southwest prices beat those of Delta in 5 of 5 cities when comparing to regular economy prices, and 1 of 5 cities when comparing to basic economy prices. So, to total all that up, Southwest prices beat out those of their big 3 competitors in 14 of 15 cities when comparing to the regular economy prices, but only 4 of 14 cities when comparing to basic economy prices, with a few ties in there as well. So, in this very small sample, Southwest prices appear to most often land somewhere in between the basic economy price and the standard economy price of their competition. This is a significantly positive result, in my opinion, for Southwest. Southwest's wanna-get-away fares most closely align to standard economy fares from their big three competitors, and in doing so they include far more value. So Southwest is offering fares at a lower price than their competitors, at least in my brief sample, and is doing so with more flexibility and lower fees. And that is really a win all around for Southwest on the pricing side, and based on their reputation and track record, if you fly them anytime soon, you will probably consider your experience as a Southwest customer as a win as well. And that marks the end of this show. You can find us here on YouTube and also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at simply Explore Informed. If you like this video or this channel, hit the thumbs up and subscribe button just below, right about here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you folks next time.